Howdy everyone, my name's Jack Tidwell.
I'm Tim Robinson.
We're here at the OSU Equine Facility today in Stillwater, Oklahoma to talk to you a little bit about grazing management for horses in Oklahoma. So one of the first things we're going to talk about is forage, and forages that are going to be desirable for horses, some forages that aren't going to be. We're also going to talk about the anatomy of horses, what makes them different from other grazing animals. Plus then we're going to talk about horse management in Oklahoma and what you may want to do as a horse owner.
Okay, so we're going to start with horse anatomy here, and we're going to talk two main points. One is we're going to talk about the difference between your most common grazers and your horse. Most grazers we see are ruminants, which means that they have a rumen, and that's how they digest forage and hay. And horses are what we like to call hind gut fermenters. This means that they have a cecum behind their gut there, and that is what digests the forage and hay for horses. The cecum allows the horse to get nutrients like amino acids and fatty acids. The other point we want to talk about with anatomy is going to be prehension. And prehension is just how an animal obtains food. Horses are going to use their teeth and their top lip to grab forage or to grab hay. This could be an issue with horse management because with horses using mostly their teeth, they're going to graze very close to the ground. This could be problematic with overgrazing.
Alright, today we're going to talk about forage. Forage is nutrients that horses can gather on their own and that we don't have to feed to them. So in Oklahoma we're blessed with pretty good native forage, a lot of prairie grasses, and horses can do really well on these, especially in the spring and summer. Now in the fall and winter these grasses lose some nutrition, and we do recommend supplementing them in the fall and winter. As far as introduced pastures, one of the things that we like to do in Oklahoma that works well for horses is to overseed with Bermuda grass and to spray that with Grazing and apply urea fertilizer, and that helps the Bermuda grass do well. This helps the horses with their nutrition very well throughout the year. Two plants that we're going to worry about with our horses, one is fescue, and this is an introduced grass, and fescue can cause abortions in mares if found in the wrong time of the year. Johnson grass is the same way. If consumed in too high amounts, it can cause toxicity in horses. So these are some forages we're going to try to avoid. Where some of the forage where we have here an introduced system is something that looks like it can be probably pretty beneficial for horses throughout the year. So the final thing we're going to discuss today is horse management in Oklahoma. One of the key things you're going to want to consider when you're thinking about purchasing a horse and managing for one is a space requirement. Now a general rule of thumb is that a mature horse is going to require 1 acre of space just for space, not for forage consumption. So that's kind of a minimum requirement. There really is no maximum requirement for horses, but the only thing you're going to want to consider on maximum pasture size is your accessibility to gathering your horses. It's going to be more difficult the larger your pasture is. And typically for fencing, any fencing that's going to work for cattle in Oklahoma is going to work for horses as well.
Another main point we want to talk about is stocking rates. Stocking rate is going to be a very key part of properly managing your horses. Overstocked pastures will typically lead to loss of desirable forage, which is a loss for your pasture and also going to be a loss for your horse. We also want to talk about supplementing. We recommend that you supplement all lactating mares due to their nutrient requirement being much higher than just a regular dry mare. We also recommend that you supplement recreational horses. We're going to recommend this because when you're working a horse every day or you're training a horse, usually their nutrient requirements are going to be high as well. So with that being said, our 3 points with properly managing horses is anatomy, forage, and horse management.
Alright everybody, as Tim just said, when considering what to do for grazing management for horses in Oklahoma, the 3 main things you're going to want to focus on is horses' anatomy and what they require, forage for horses, what you're going to desire and what's going to be undesirable. Then you're going to remember your horse management skills such as spacing and helping their diet with other nutrients. So for Jack Tidwell and Tim Robinson here at the OSU Equine Center in Stillwater, Oklahoma, Y'all have a good day and go Pokes.